Most men believe you need to say something incredible in order to walk up to a girl and take her on an instant date. But this is simply not true. And I should know, because I've done this multiple times with many different girls, and including my current girlfriend. So what I want to do is take you through step by step everything that I said to her prior to walking over and speaking to her, to being sat on a date in a coffee shop within 10 minutes of us ever meeting. Okay? So, firstly, and I'm just going to talk you through what I said. The first thing that I did, I saw her, right? I walked over and simply said, hi. And what this was mainly to do was just to slow her down, get her attention, not be too overwhelming. She sort of said hi back. And then I just followed it with, I just thought that you looked awesome and I wanted to introduce myself. And she took that really well. I was like, cool. See how it's not actually a massively over-the-top compliment. This is one of the things that guys get really confused with, and I work on a lot with clients. The point of your opener is not to convince a girl to be interested in you. It's not to change her opinion of you. It's simply to check and open a dialogue to see if she wants to discuss and have a conversation with you. I'm not trying to win her favor with this. I'm just trying to go over and say, hi, I thought you looked awesome. I wanted to introduce myself. She seemed engaged with that. So I was like, my name's Andrew. What's your name? She gave me her name back. Once again, super simple pleasantries. There's no like Rizmeister level thing that you're missing out on here. Like, there are a few tips and tricks though, so like stay with me here because there are a few things that I would recommend. This isn't just like basic, but it is simple. So I introduce myself, so does she. Next, I ask a very important question. What are you up to today? I ask this for many reasons, but first and foremost, we're discussing the idea of being able to take a girl from where she is right now to on an instant date. I can tell you, if her answer to that question is, I'm going to work, I start in 10 minutes, or I'm going to meet my boyfriend, both of them are really reducing our chances of being able to go on a date with this girl. So it's a very important question for us to ask. It allows us to have a good understanding of what's going on around us. And I also like it because it gives us a bit of an insight into her world. What's she doing? It gives me a chance to be able to peel off of that follow-up questions and just get a feel for what she's up to. Like, my girlfriend responded, oh, I'm just on the way to the like shopping centre that's just up the road. I've got to get an outfit for this event. And I was like, cool. I asked another thing, actually stated another thing that is really quite helpful. It's like, cool. Do you mind if I walk with you for 2 minutes? That is really quite a good, nice check that I can do with a girl. It's a little bit optional. Like, I've definitely done approaches and been successful without asking that. But realistically, if she's interested in you, she's going to say yes. And if she doesn't really want to talk to you, she's going to say no. But what it does is allow you to set a frame around the interaction. Because when I say that to a girl, and when I approach her, one of her biggest fears is, oh my God, what if he doesn't leave me alone? So when I say, hey, I'll just walk with you for 2 minutes, she sees that as like a really low friction thing of like, okay, well, I can walk with him for 2 minutes. And guess what? If 2 minutes happens and you're having a good time, it's not going to come up again. I'm still dating her 14 months later. She's not called that timer on me just yet. We'll see. So I said that, like, let's just walk for 2 minutes. And we carried on going. I think my follow-up questions were in the realm of one, oh, what's the event or what's the outfit that you're looking for? And then she mentioned that she was actually English, because I asked her, oh, are you from Nottingham? Because that's where we met. And she said no, her parents were actually Romanian. I was like, that's cool. I've been to Romania. I turned 21 there. Maybe we've got a fun photo of that. And essentially, that was what it was. And I call this the intro part of the conversation. Nothing like spectacular has happened so far, but what you're trying to do is avoid any mistakes and set yourself up for a win. So what I've done is I've gone over, I've started the dialogue up. I've then asked the "What are you up to today?" and shopping is a spectacular answer because it very rarely has a time limit on it, and most girls are willing to sort of engage with you there. And I've even got the fact that she's more than happy for me to sort of engage and walk with her for a bit. So that's already quite a few wins in the bank. Next, I do the standard questions. Well, what do you do? She says she's a philosophy student. And this is where we want to start pushing a little bit deeper. So I'm going to ask, okay, why did you pick that? Because people can do decisions for a wide range of reasons. Someone can pick that because, oh, they had no idea what to do and media studies was full. Or they can say, oh, my dad was this. Or I love this. This is like my favorite thing to talk about, discuss, and go into. That's what we want. We want to move towards kind of deeper questions because you're trying to establish quick connection quite fast. And if we only stick at surface level topics, which often tend to be more like what's based, how like it's kind of data gathering. So put it this way, it's like, oh, how many siblings do you have? What do you study? What university do you go to? Where are you from? If all of it can be answered in 1 or 2 words, no, 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 no. What we want to do is start to generate open-ended questions, which are more of our why-based questions. Find out why she does what she does, because that answers the number one question that you want to know. Who is she? Anytime I hear a client come back from a date that didn't go that well, the first thing I ask him is, who is she? Because traditionally what happened on that date was he failed to get to know this girl and show curiosity to get to that deeper level. So that's what I'm trying to do straight away. I'm immediately trying to go from, here's a little bit of chit chat. Yeah. Okay. Well, why do you do that? Oh, what's your favorite part of the philosophy course so far? It's like, I like value judgments and I like why-based questions. Really starting to dive into it. One of my favorite ones to go to is if they have more than one sibling, right? If they have more than one, the question I will always ask is, who's your favorite? And that is because one, is somewhat taboo, we're not meant to have favorites, but it's also just a fun, playful question. And it'll help explain to me like who this girl really is. Like, is she going to say, oh, well, it's Sarah because growing up, she was always there for me and we're the closest in age. And I really relied on her a lot. I was bullied a lot at school. Like, if she gives me that answer, I'm like, amazing. We've got 100 different things we can dive into. They're really meaningful. They're really personal. And we're already off to a winner. So these are the sort of questions that I was going through with her. I would love to give you the exact ones, but it was 14 months ago now. I know that we dived into philosophy, and then I did some other things, including I shared stories about myself. I told her about how I lived in Bulgaria half the time and how I quit my job to go pursue a sort of online business. These are simple things. All I'm doing is taking her through, this is who I am, who are you really? And we're going back and forth with that. And we simply did that whilst we moved around a few shops, one after another, going through. She was kind of looking for the outfit. She has told me since then she was completely distracted and not able to look at the clothes whatsoever because I was talking to her. But the problem was, we then ran out of shops. We came to the end of the row. They're like, I knew there was nothing beyond this point. And she's since told me she thought that meant, oh, interaction done. She was going to go on her way. But I'd noticed 2 shops prior, there was a Costa coffee. So I was just like, hey, do you want to just grab a coffee for like half an hour, get to know each other a little bit, grab a quick drink? And she said, yeah, fortunately, because we still date to this day. And one of the things there that's really important is I offered something so low friction. Like, it was a coffee shop right in front of her in public for like just 30 minutes, 15 minutes, because at all times we're really trying to reduce the friction. Like, we're trying to get to the point where it's super easy for her to say yes. If I'd have been like, hey, this has been fun. Do you want to go across town to this like biker bar that I know that's quite cool? What is she going to say? No, obviously. But I've done this before with a girl that I met on the street. It was an even faster interaction. She came by, just said, hey, cool hat. We ended up engaging for a little bit, like maybe even like 60 seconds, 2 minutes back and forth. I was just like, hey, There's a bar like 20 meters that way. Do you want to just get a drink to get to know each other? One drink, very quick. They'll often do this thing, and this is really important. They will take a second and they will look at you. They will just kind of look at you, and what they're doing is, I think, a bit of an assessment to see if you're like secretly a psychopath. So you just like let it and hold in the pressure. She looked at me and then she was like, yeah, okay then. We went inside, we went to the bar, we went to the coffee shop. And that is genuinely all it took. So if you're thinking, I'd love to do this today, they're the steps, all right? We want to start with a simple hi, a simple compliment, introducing ourselves. Definitely introduce yourselves fast, because I like to go from strangers to acquaintances as fast as possible. I think I even shook her hand. So super important. Then, what are you up to today? Major key. Followed by, oh, mind if I walk with you for 2 minutes? Set in a really small frame to make that interaction seem easy and simple. Then, we're wanting to take ourselves into deeper conversation. That is why-based questions. That's value judgments. Then, once the time feels right, shared some stories about ourselves, ask a girl to change the venue. Hey, do you want to just sit on this bench for 10 minutes, get to know each other? To me, that's an instant date. You've changed the setting. Do you want to sit on the bench? Do you want to go grab a coffee? Do you want to get a drink? Any of these things are pure instant dates. And from my experience, approaching's tough. And some of the times, like, even if you have a great connection with a girl, if the interaction only lasted 5 minutes, she might not show. You might not have built up enough trust to really make this last. But I ended up being in that coffee shop with her for 2.5 hours. That made her really start to trust me and be brave enough to turn up on a date with me 3 days later. So that is exactly how you go through, step by step, talking to a girl. I know it's simple. It's not quite easy, but it is simple. And then, if you want to know where to start, check out this video where I run you through 6 places you can meet women without using dating apps.